always wanted to be a cartoonist since I was a little boy. I always liked to draw. I always liked to draw funny pictures. Loved making my classmates laugh and my teachers laugh. I wasn't quite sure how to go about it. I had no formal education in it. I did a little research though through on my own. I discovered the Artist's Market, which is put out by Northlight Books, and followed the instructions there how to promote myself, how to send cartoons to magazines and that sort of thing. I was selling a few cartoons here and there, but not enough to make a living at yet.
So when you graduated high school, did you want to pursue an art career? Did you want to go to an art college?
I wanted to attend the School of Visual Arts when I was in high school and applied for a scholarship. They have an annual scholarship competition. But I wanted to be a fine artist initially. I was accepted to the school, but I didn't receive any scholarship, so I couldn't afford it. In my family, I grew up in a very large family, so there was no money for school. When you turned 18, we were required to move out of the house once, essentially. My graduation present was a suitcase when I graduated high school. So I worked in a Revlon factory when my other schoolmates were moving on to university and college and all types of things like that. It was a little scary for me at that age when I was 18.
So after all your odd jobs, how did you eventually even get into the art business? How did you get into that work?
I was in my early 20s. I was living in California, eventually landed there after living with some siblings here and there. But went out to California with a couple of friends of mine, and I was eventually working with my brother in a painting contracting business. And I was on a ladder about 2 floors up, and I realized I didn't want to be doing this 10 years from now. So I researched everything I possibly could about cartooning. I was selling cartoons here and there to some magazines, little spot cartoons, but nothing to make a living at. And I really wasn't making a real tremendous effort to be a cartoonist. So I got every book I possibly could about cartooning, about marketing, about self-promotion, and the business of art. Everything I could put my hands on, I read. I subscribed to How magazine, Step by Step. These are commercial freelance industry magazines, publications. And I learned a lot from those, and I started applying what I learned from that to a business. Learned about doing direct mail promotion, building a client list, promoting to those clients, and then jobs started to come in. I started to get illustration jobs, humorous illustration jobs, greeting card work, licensing work. But I worked very hard promoting myself to get there. And things started to fall into place. But it's like anything, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it.